Good afternoon and welcome to Afternoon Market Action. My name is Glenn.
My name is Ryan.
And we will be your host for the next 45 minutes to an hour or so. Big thing is the Fed minutes are coming out right now. Roger says SMCI is killing him today. Haven't we had this conversation about taking some profits on SMCI? Ryan, do you ever remember me saying that?
Yes, that was last week, I believe,
Okay.
right?
So I've been saying, a lot of money has been made in SMCI. But how about Plug and a few other shorts doing great? Thank you. We talked about that last week, didn't we? That was one of the stories that I had about hydrogen. Hydrogen, I think, is a good alternative going from lithium to solid state to hydrogen. But I still think there's a lot that still needs to be done, but I wanted to bring it to the forefront as well. So we'll see. I'm trying to see if there's anything that we can gather from the Fed minutes as they came out. I'm trying to locate anything. I don't have anything.
Has it started yet?
It said two. Let's go see if I can find something on possibly. Joey, put me on the screen. Put us both on the screen, please. Something that possibly. There we go. All right, there's a story. Fed officials see upside risks to inflation, possibly leading to more rate hikes. Ta-da! I mean, that's and guess what? We're on the right side. We've had you guys on the right side of the market. So Glenn, your concern about more difficulties is evolving. Fitch yesterday. Way to go. And that's the beautiful thing about us being who we are. It is about informing you about what's going on the banks, that is. And I put out a story why BNKD is my power stock right now. It's my power contra ETF. It is definite, and it's kicking butt and taking names. How many of you are currently trading BNKD? Type of one in the room. I'm currently trading it. How many of you are currently trading BNKD? Type of one in the room. And it is kicking butt and taking names. And I've made it a power pick. It's one of the few picks that I've ever put out that I feel is a power pick. And man, and on the other side, I know Ryan's just sitting there shaking his head. Ryan's had, in essence, a power pick for a minute too. SOX. SOX.
SOXS.
That's right.
You've been playing the banks, and I've been playing to the downside of semis.
So
we're both making money.
Both of us have put out something for you guys. It's outside of just giving you a fish. Man, we've been doing the best that we could to try to teach you guys how to fish. I'm going to open up this story. All right. And the Federal Reserve officials expressed a concern. You need it?
I do.
Okay. At their most recent meeting about the pace of inflation, and said more rate hikes could be necessary for the future unless conditions change. All right, that was just released from today. The discussion during a 2-day July meeting resulted in a 0.25% change. And this is what I think. And Ryan, you can chime in on it as well. I think that we've got at least one more rate hike, at least going into the end of the year. I think that he was going to pause on the next one, but these minutes may be saying that he's going to do another 0.25 basis point on the next rate hike. I thought he was going to do a pause on the next one, a raise on the next one, and that would have been the last raise for the year. So we'll see. What do you think?
I think there's at least one more 0.25 point for the end of this year.
Okay. So
I see inflation being a little sticky. I just saw an article BlackRock put out 2 days ago. The fund manager.
right.
They expect the economy to flatline and for about a year, and inflation to return in 2024. That was the headline of the article. If you Google search BlackRock news, you'll see it's the first article up.
So one of the inflationary things is oil. We'll see. And
Mm-hmm.
oil, man, in my mind, I think oil should be rocking with all of the cuts in production, but it's not running. It's like it just. I'm playing WTI, so I'm in that oil play. It's okay, but you would think that with both Russia and OPEC both cutting in production and the demand is not decreasing, that it should be running, not running nearly as much as I would like it. I'm still playing oil.
Well, we are entering a hurricane season.
And God forbid any one of our main veins get hit. All that oil that we sent out to sell out of our reserves, man, it is going to
Mm-hmm.
come and bite us in the, can I say ass, Joey? Okay, Joey said I can say ass. It's going to bite us right in the butt. Oil
And the
isn't
only reason I
surging
mentioned
because
that,
China's economy is sputtering. And China, and I'm with that. I totally understand that, but they're stockpiling oil and they're getting it from Russia. Alex, they're getting their oil, but they're getting it from Russia. Go ahead, Ryan.
oh, nothing. I just saw that an article from the Weather Channel. Actually, they're expecting a pretty active hurricane season. You know, if that causes any disruptions in the Gulf, or any of the refineries in the Southeast, that would be, obviously a catalyst for even higher oil prices.
So I'm still bullish on oil. I know Ryan is as well, but I wanted to take some excerpts from the minutes as they came out. We're at 5.25 to 5. It was 5.25 to 5.75, the highest level 22 years. And I look at this. People look at that and go, wow, it's the highest level in 22 years. If you look at inflation, look at interest rates, we're still historically low. But the problem is the debt is so huge
Mm-hmm.
that this 5.25, 5 3/4, highest in 22 years seems bigger. And it probably is. It is because of all of the money that we have out there. So, what is the Fed doing? Amir, did you just come in here and just be like, hey, what's the Fed doing? We've been talking about what the Fed's doing. Sigh. Listen, here we go.
Well, it seems pretty flat right now. I'm just looking at the major indices.
Amir, we talked about it. All right. In discussing the policy outlook, participants continued to judge that it was critical that the stance of monetary policy be sufficiently restrictive to return inflation to the committee's 2% objective. This just goes to show they're going to raise interest rates. I know, Amir. I know.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the government debt and failure of Bidenomics? No, we're not. Oh, no, we're not talking about. No!
We don't get
We
political.
don't get politics in here. Sigh. All right. So based on that, Ryan and I have looked at some stories that are out there, and we've come up with lists of stocks. Ryan's list is going to look a lot different, a lot more different than my list. In my list, I was finding it very difficult based on the news stories to find something to be really, really bullish on. And given the market's conditions, I'm going to go over to our market timing graph. Given this is today. All right, and in our jockey club this morning, we saw the gap, we saw the resurgence, pullback. Just this is not a good day, and I anticipated, and this was a prognostication on my part. I anticipated that we were going to finish in the green, and let's go to the 3-month graph. That's another down day. We broke through a solid level of support. We got another level of support sitting at about 58.14. We got a lot of downside. And the news from the Fed's just getting worse. Amir says, when will the market get better? When it stops going down and it starts going up.
Now, I hope everyone watched that Contra ETF video I put out last week. Literally went into market timing and some ETFs to potentially make some money or hedge your portfolio in this situation.
So Amir, you type in a lot of stuff about you getting hurt on a stock and this, that, and the other thing. We've done everything that we could have been doing to help you, Amir. I can't make you listen. I can only tell you between Ryan and I, All right. So let me ask this question: do you think our YouTube channel has done a good job preparing you for this? Yes or no? All right. I think that's a good question. All right, because if we didn't, y'all need to let us know. Has our YouTube channel done a good job preparing you for what we're going through right now? All right. And that's the beauty of what makes us different than everybody else out there. All right.
I mean, I can't tell you when to sell, but if I start talking contra ETFs, you should at least get ready to hedge.
And you know, we've done the videos were pertinent to the current times. The videos, if you guys do not watch all of the other content that we have on here, folks, you need to. You need to. You're doing yourself a disservice. All right. So that's the market today. This is the market over the last 3 months. We started getting you prepared right here, right at the July high, right on the last day. Right, 2 days off the high, the 3 and the 8 on the market fell. Go back, look in the views. Go back and look at the dates of the videos that we put out when they coincided with what was going on in the market. Mark says, I just don't tune in. I don't just tune in for the entertainment value. There you go. TMM says, VectorVest is God sent. Guys are off. Guys are off. All right. Bobby says, yes, but you cannot make us drink the water. You know something, Ryan? I think we need to go to everybody's house and make them drink the freaking water. Just slam the water down all of your throats. Just do that. All right. So with that, Ralph says, why is the VIX saying so low? Thought it would be a lot of fear in the market right now. And Ralph, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I don't have an answer to that. I don't have an answer to that. All right. Come to Florida. We will offer wine to you, Glenn. Hell yeah. I'm ready to go.
I'll be in Florida in 2 weeks. You let me know where it's at, Robbie.
Oh gosh. All right. So that's a look at the market. That's a look at the Fed notes. Let's get into some stories. Okay. All right. That Ryan and I both were looking at. Wow, I hate how you yell at you chastise me like I'm your child.
You didn't hear me the first 5 times.
Everybody say hello to Joey. John
Thanks,
says,
Joey.
Glenn, if Powell did 100 basis points like you were saying, we wouldn't be so far behind inflation. Woo! Can I get an amen for that? Can I get an amen? I've been preaching that we should have done the 100 basis point long time ago. Let's rip the Band-Aid off. Can I get an amen for that? OMG.
Do you think that move could have potentially caused more regional bank failures or even bigger bank failures, rising them too quickly?
Listen, I also kept saying that there's another shoe to fall on the banks. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So what else is going on in the market? U.S. Fed, we looked at that. About this. Fed meeting minutes could hint at the end. And see, this is where I need you guys to not have your head on a swivel. Fed meeting minutes could hint at the end of rate hikes. Who does that? The Fed minutes came out saying exactly the opposite to that. Said exactly the opposite to that. But they put this out there. Man, where is it? It just.
Well, you know what the Fed's going to say. They're data dependent.
And they are. And they're looking. But
they're not going to say it's over.
Say again?
I said they're not going to say it's over that blatantly or hint that.
Glenn,
they're going to use the term data dependent.
Joey, Glenn, you need to get on the phone with Jay Powell and straighten them out. Can we do that? Like, we can? All right. Ryan, sit there for a second. I got to make a phone call.
Is that the red phone? You got the fancy red phone in your office?
Let me make this call real quick.
Lee, Glenn actually talked about BRICS. He did a video on that. That was a couple months ago, right, Glenn?
Yes.
That was about 2 or 3 months ago.
Hold on, Ryan. I got to go talk to JJ real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, JJ. What's up, bro? So, I just saw the minutes come out, and I need you I need you to be less ambiguous about what you're saying. I need you to get it right. Oh, it's arbitrary? It's transitory. Yeah. So how's that working out? Wait, really? Oh, you got this under control? Oh, you are going to get it down to 2? You are going to get it down to 2%? Really? The American, they trust what you're saying? They do. Okay. All right. Wow. All right. You got this. All right. We got to go now. I got to go back to my stream. Bye. All right. Wow. I guess he says he's got this all under control. He said read the minutes. He told me just read the minutes and everything is there and it's plain and simple. All right. So I guess that's how that goes. There you have it. All right. So here we go. Fed policy. Fed policy.
Glenn, so does that mean we're getting another interest rate hike since you talked to him?
Listen, he said pretty much to just tell me to read the minutes and everything is there. That's pretty much what he told me. And so I'm okay. All right. Let's get into what else is here. S&P 500 Dow rises his target. Helped to push the Dow up higher, but it wasn't enough to keep it higher. Would you agree with that?
Exactly. There was concerns though with the revenue miss.
Michael says, read the minutes. You will find out why you are losing money if you are long now. Brother Glenn, you are not only super smart, you are pretty darn funny. Joey doesn't think I'm funny. Joey doesn't think. All right. I got a story. GM invests $60 million in an EV battery startup, Mitra Chem. All right. Why do I have this story? You know how I feel about EVs, and we know that Tesla is pretty self-contained in what they got, everything that they need. I think that the GMs and everybody else outside of Tesla need to start putting themselves in a position where they can be self-sufficient and not having to go out to buy batteries to put in their, I think that this is not a bad play for them, but I still think that GM is so far behind the 8 ball when it comes down to EVs, and that Tesla has got the market cornered. I don't think anybody can deny that Tesla's really got the market cornered when it comes down to the EV space. They're the big boys that everybody's chasing after. GM is trying to put themselves in a better situation in the EV space. I think that this is a good pickup for them, a good investment for them. It's not that they own them. It's an investment in them, and I think it's a good play, but I still think that they're behind the 8 ball when it comes down to this. So I'm still, even with the news, I'm still bearish on GM. Next story is Ryan's. It's about Apple. Even though that's near and dear to my heart. But go talk about it. Go ahead.
All right. So obviously most people know China, has always been the sole source for the iPhone. However, Apple is looking to diversify that, and they're actually going to begin in India. So I think this is going to be a huge move, not only to secure a more or a better supply chain, but also to minimize supply chain disruptions. Now, I will say, it does typically, announce its lineup of iPhones at its annual meeting. But the iPhone 15 will be released, I believe, before the holidays, if I'm not mistaken.
They normally do.
They normally do. I'm not an iPhone user, but I think for a company to start diversifying its supply chain, especially, everyone knows with the tensions between the U.S. and China right now, I think this is just a very smart move going forward.
I don't disagree, and I keep telling myself I'm not going to get the 15. I'm not going to get the 15. I'm not going to get the 15.
You're going to get the 15.
Most likely, I'm going to get the 15. I got the iPhone 14 Plus mega big Alpha Centauri phone, whatever they call it.
Is there a big difference between each one?
Yeah, Joey, what do you have? Oh, you're not even in my league. All right, so I got the 14 Pro Max. What did you just ask me? Is there a big difference? No, it's just me having the most updated phone. One thing I will admit, when I compare Apple to Droid, they have much better phones. They have much better cameras. Got much better cameras, not much better phones. Not they have much.
The cameras, I will say, are
I
better.
agree with that. Screen size. Listen, I love my big screen size. Joey's got the you get the iPro 12 Max. You have to, but it's 12. But it's a 12. Okay. So
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, if it was a 12, you got to get the free upgrade. You got to be eligible by now, Joey. Oh, for sure.
Android has a better camera. I'm with you, John. It does, but iPhones are better than Droids. So there we go. That's all I got to say about that. All right, my next one is Walmart beats out Target. So we know that Target missed on revs. They beat on earnings, but missed on revs.
Thank you.
Target had a quarterly revenue of less than $25 billion. Walmart's is over 4 times that. Walmart is still, if I'm looking at whether it's Walmart, whether it's Target, whether it's Kohl's, whatever it is, I still think that Walmart is the bigger play in all of this. So I got Walmart on my list today. Talking about that, let's go right into TJ Maxx. That's Ryan's story. Shoppers are spending big at TJ Maxx. Talk about it.
Yeah. So I think, especially with inflation, the cost of goods, consumers are looking for discounts. TJX, they run TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods. These are stores that are known to have, great deals. But in addition, as other, big box retailers have extra inventory or bloated inventory, now this retailer is able, to acquire that extra inventory and sell it at a discount. So not only do I feel that, consumers are more likely to go to these, discount retailers, but in addition, that their supply is going to increase. So I think, TJ Maxx is a great call. Now, one thing I did notice, Target, their revenue did miss today with their earnings earlier. So I think, TJ Maxx will definitely benefit from consumers just, trying to live on a tighter budget.
Do you think that the holiday season this year will be big discounts because of the supply that the stores have?
I believe so.
Okay.
The last few years, the discounts weren't quite there, I feel like, overall. Because, everything was just going up, up, and up in value. But I think this year, I think there might be some good deals out there.
All right. Especially to accommodate people who are hurting because of inflated prices. That might not be a bad look at going in, which could help to spur seasonal buying this year. Be kind of interesting. Looks like the market is turning. All right, so we'll see.
It's positive.
I made the call that I think that we could finish in the green. I think we need to. Philippe says, "Who else is wearing their cowboy hat?" I guess Philippe is. Anybody else out there wearing a cowboy hat on Western Wednesday? I put one in the room. How long until the market change? And that's a hard call to make, Francisco, except for looking at our market timing graph. I'm looking for a couple of things to happen. I'm looking for the market to find a floor. Looking for the market to, find a floor by finding a level of support. I'm looking to see the market turn around. I'm looking to see if the primary wave goes back up. All right, there's a few things. There's a few things that I'm looking for, because a lot of people, and I'm going to show this real quick. A lot of people are saying, yeah, this is a great buying opportunity. It's not a great buying opportunity until the market tells you it's a great buying opportunity. It's not a great buying opportunity now. There's nothing that's telling me it's okay to be bullish in the market. Nothing.
Mm-mm.
What am I looking for? I'm looking like here. I'm looking for the market to find a floor. I'm looking for the market to start to turn around. I'm looking for the primary, and look at this. Let's go put on the primary wave real quick because I think it's a great question. I keep getting the question asked a lot. It stopped going down. Found the floor. We started moving up. The 3.8 crossed. The next day, we got a primary wave up. That is 1, 2, 3 days off of that low. Let the market come to you. Does everybody in the room understand that? Because I keep getting asked the question, when does the market stop falling? I don't know. Is this a bottom fishing opportunity? No, not yet. I just pointed out to you what to look for. How about here? We went up, we came down, down, 3-8 cross, found a level of support. The 3-8 cross back to the upside right here. And guess what? We got a primary wave up the next day. Folks, the market will come to you each and every time. Stop forcing it. Stop thinking that I'm going to change the market, because I can't. But I'm walking you through exactly what to look for because you need it.
Maybe we should add the MTI to the graph, Glenn.
Let's do
a lot
that.
Of customers are, they want to see the value and the power of VectorVest. Let's show it.
Let's go put it on a 1-year graph. When we get to that level, of 1.5, 1.6, there's 1.5. What does the market do? Pulls back. The higher it is above that, how about Drew says, make the market drink some water. Make the market drink some water. But I love
that, Mark.
You just look ahead, Ryan. Say, I put the MTI up there. What do you want to say?
Now, I want to say, show them the historically overbought level at 0.6.
To the bottom.
Yeah.
All right. 0.6, right there.
Correct. So historically speaking, that's usually where the market likes to find a bottom. So if we don't even have a primary wave up right now and the market's still trending down, you can see just by there looking at the MTI, there's still room to go.
Absolutely.
Unless we get some yellow lights across the board, primary wave up, maybe one green, something saying that this market pullback is slowing down or changing direction, which we haven't got. If I look at the homepage right now, it's all red again today. So, the program is telling us there's still more downside potential in this slide.
Ryan.
And that was, if you haven't seen, like the Contra video I did last week, I went over divergences between the price of the VectorVest composite, MTI. That is a very, very powerful tool when you can get a sense of, a potential change in direction coming. So if you're trying to, be ahead of the market or, get a sense if the market's going to change directions, definitely watch the video. You can kind of get some insight on what I'm speaking of. But otherwise, there's nothing telling me that the market's done right now as far as going down.
Adam asked a great question. What is the best way to know when to jump into contra ETFs? Let's go look at the most recent time period.
Yeah.
When the market gets toppy by way of the MTI, when the primary wave goes down. Adam, do you not think that?
Hey, Glenn, let me take over the mouse for just a second.
Can you give him? Yeah, that's it right there, Adam. You got it.
So I'm going to show you guys. I want to show you guys something that I did in the video last week, and I'm not pushing the video for the views or anything. I'm really just pushing the video so you guys can really start making some money and take control of your portfolios. Now, if we look at price action here, right? We see price action of the VectorVest composite rising, right? Let me shorten this up a little bit. And then we see the MTI starting to wane. See how it's starting to go down? That is what we call a bearish divergence. Now, the primary wave to appear right here, let me just use my date line here. That would have been your ultimate entry signal. We already know the MTI is over, in historically high levels. We see a bearish divergence appear. We're getting confirmation with the primary wave down. So you've got a lot of things telling you, hey, I need to do something with my portfolio if I'm still in long positions. Whether it's protect profits, if you're not comfortable with playing to the downside, at least protect profits. Don't be scared. Take some off the table. I'm not saying go out there and sell everything you got, but just be cautious. I did the video, if I remember correctly, I think it was this day here, the first contra ETF video. And what I was looking for at the end of that video, you see this prior swing low here, this candlestick showing buying pressure. Today, this video, the following day, I said we want to take out this bottom wick here. The reason why is because this bottom wick was touching the top of this support zone, showing buying pressure. Well, by here, about the sell here or here, we're taking out the bottom wick here. So then we got confirmation. And then obviously yesterday, we, clearly got confirmation. But yeah, so that's some insight and really how to use the VectorVest software to get ready for contra ETFs. This was the ideal time, up here when the MTI was high. We talked about it last week and the week prior on this channel. The 3 crossed below the 8. The primary wave is down. MTI slipped back below that 1.5 level. So there's a lot of things telling us. So, but however, when I did the video last week, right, we already had a downward move. So if you weren't already in contra ETFs and we're seeing this buying pressure here at this level of support, we want some confirmation. And that's, we wanted to take out this bottom wick and then, buy this day. If you weren't already in contra ETFs, well, that was an up day, so it may not have been the best example, but definitely by yesterday would have been a decent day to start, entering in contra ETFs or, considering them, to hedge your portfolio. So that's just something I wanted to point out, looking at these divergences, showing customers the power of MTI. We've been iterating this, but like Glenn says, we can't make you drink the water. We can't force it down your throat.
You know what's funny? And I'm going to say it. You know what's funny? When we start to spit the facts and the truth, I watch the number of people leave the room. But then those people are the ones that are leaving the room, are the first one to bitch, moan, and complain when they're not making money. It happens. Oh, because I just want to know what stock to buy today. How about sitting back a little bit and learning something? That's the difference. How about learning something? Because the great question asked by Adam, how do you know when to jump into contra ETFs? Ryan just walked you through it. He walked you through the content that we have that sets you up for success. Mm-hmm. So somebody said, if you're looking to be successful, you're going to take action to do so. If not, then it wasn't that important to you. And for those people who left, as I watched the number, then making money in the market ain't important to you. And that's okay. Because it's important enough to us to try to help you. Can't make you do it though. I can't make you do it. Ryan can't make you do it. But the people who are here, you're learning something. And if you like learning something, hit the like button, by the way. If you like learning something, hit the like button. But that's what it's all about. And I'm willing today, I really am. I'm willing today to teach you something. And you know something? We can bypass the rest of the news on the stocks that we have. Screw that. We got picks. We'll give you your picks. You want your fish? I'll give you some fish.
We won't even teach you how to fish.
But for those who are still sitting here as I watch the number, you want to learn how to fish, you stay here. And this is what you're doing right here. We're teaching you how to fish. I said it. And if it scared some of you away, so be it. Because I only want to teach the people who want to learn. Ryan only wants to teach the people who want to learn. So be it. And if we're full of ourselves because we're doing that, so be it. I let the program talk for itself. It ain't about me just talking. Look at the data. Now, with that being said, I'm going to give you all your fish. I'm going to give you all your fish. Let's get back into the software. Forget all of that. Forget all of the stuff that was in there about all the other stuff. Let's just go to the lists. All right. Let's just go to the list. All right. Forget all of that. There was news on these articles to get you want to fish now? Let's fish. All right. Now, with that being said, here's my list for this week. All right. Somehow or another, I always get triggered by something. And I just watch when Ryan took the mouse and was trying to show you, and I'm watching the people slowly just leave. You know something? Then it ain't that important to you. So, all right. make me sweat. All right, I'm done. Now, here's my list for this week. I couldn't find you a whole lot to be bullish on. All right. There was a story that I did that showed that retail was moving up. And you know something? I was like, I'm going to look at 3 retail ETFs to find out if that's true or not. I got XLY, which is looking at consumer discretionary. I got iPay, which is looking at online payments. All right. And I looked at consumer staples. All right. 3 ETFs in the retail space. And I wanted to see if I could back up the story that retail was really driving the market. All right. 3 different modes in the retail space. I wanted to look at their graphs. I put them on the 3-month graph. Remember, these are ETFs. Instead of trying to play an individual store or retail thing, why not look at the ETFs? Consumer discretionary. Boom. But retail is rising. That's the story that they're telling you. It just broke through a level of support. All right. Let's go look at another ETF. Wow. iPay. For mobile pay. Retail. Broke through a level of support. Up day, but look at the 3 and the 8. Let's go look at consumer staples. Broke through a level of support. Up day, closed candle. So the whole idea behind these stocks or ETFs that I'm showing is for the purposes of be careful what you listen to out in the universe, out in the internet universe. I'm just putting in 3 ETFs in the retail space to just say, I'm not feeling that. And if I'm not feeling that, then I'm looking at even Target or TJ Maxx going up, TJ Maxx going up. Be careful with that. Be careful with that. That's all I'm saying. All right, so that was on my retail story. Of course, my power play still is, I'll come back to that in a second. Tesla, I'm short-term short on Tesla. The cutting of the prices in China, I'm short-term short on Tesla. Coin. Now, I do want to show this story. This is an interesting story on Coin. Coinbase steps up, securing approval for listing U.S. crypto futures trading. Very interesting story. Am I still bullish on Coinbase? No. But this is a step for crypto getting more regulated. So I'm still bearish on Coinbase, but I thought it was an interesting story. All right. So those were my stories. GM with the battery. I'm bearish on GM. It's the only sell stock in here. So I wanted to bring something to the table to be bullish on going into next week. Steel. CRS. I'm bullish on steel. I'm also bullish on the bearish Tesla. Right now, I think I'm short-term short on Tesla. TSLQ would be the way to go. Bank D, I'm still on that. My power play. SOX S, I'm in on that one. There was another one. Maybe was it only 4? Maybe it was only 4. Those are my 4 stocks that I'm bullish going into next week. All of my other plays that are here, I'm bearish on. It was hard. The stories were there, but I'm not. But given what the market's going through right now, I'm not feeling trying to find you something to the long side as far as stocks are concerned. So I'm steel. Oh, there was a builder one in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. ITB, and I'm bullish on the builders. ITB, another ETF. All right. So these are my 5 stocks that I'm bullish on going into next week. All right. All of my other stocks, I'm not bullish on, even though they made stories. All right. So let's go look at my picks for last week. See, what was I bullish or bearish on for last week? I did like the 3, the Novo, the Lilly. There was another one. No, was it Pfizer? These were the drug companies for weight loss. Tilray, I'm still not bullish on, even though because they bought some of the Bud stuff. Bank D, I was bullish on. UVXY was bullish on. Plug in Energy, Plug in Bloom Energy. I had it as a hydrogen story, but I don't think I was bullish on those. So I probably was bullish on Bank D, UVXY. I probably was bullish on those two as well. All right, let's go see how that worked out. Go back to the 9th. Quick test all. Down. Let's go see. So I probably was bullish. Like I said, Eli Lilly and Novo. Novo went down. There's Bank D was the big winner. Eli Lilly was up. And the other stocks that I was bearish on, wow, Plug got really smoked.
Plug, you would have made a lot of money off that.
From a short
18, 20%?
From a short perspective, heck yeah. So not a bad pick of picks from last week. All right.
Yeah, if you get rid of that 18% and make it positive, you're definitely positive in your list.
I agree. So those were my picks for last week. Let's go to Ryan's picks. I already put them in for you. All right. So you
okay, for this week?
Forget the stories today. You guys, I felt like teaching you how to fish.
Now,
for everybody who's still staying
they got
here,
earnings next week.
For everybody who's still here, you're still getting the benefit of the fish. For all of you who still stayed, well, for all of y'all that were hearing when we're trying to teach you something, then you missed the fish. There you go. All right.
Now, this week, overall, I'm more bearish on the market, but the market has been trending lower for the past couple weeks. So I think from this Wednesday to next Wednesday, a little bit more optimistic, at least in the short term, since we're just testing from this Wednesday to next Wednesday. Next week, we got NVIDIA earnings. I mean, let's be honest, that's going to be the big driver in the NASDAQ, the AI stocks, all that tech stuff. If they miss, that's not going to be good at all, for a broad range of companies. Right now they are responding positive today, up 0.25%. Now it is an overvalued position. Right now it's trading at 440. We only value it at $1.93. Now the other company I had here was TJX. We did talk about the article here. I think this is kind of an inflation play, retail. As he just showed, the ETFs showed weakness in retail, but I think if you're going to be in a position, I do like TJX. Just looking at it here, RVRS, strong fundamentals. It even has the buy rating right now, which I do like. Apple, being able to secure that supply chain, trying to avoid some complications. If there is more tensions with U.S. and China trade relations. Up again here, another 0.25%. The only one down today, and I am bullish on it. You guys know I've been bullish on oil for quite some time. USO, that's what we're going to do here, the ETF for that. The relative time in that short-term price trend still in our favor when it comes to this oil ETF. So let's jump into last week, see how we did. All right, here we go. At the top of the list, we got USO. I was short QQQ, triple short the semis, Roblox, and we.
You were bearish on both of those.
That's what I was thinking. Well, look at WeWork, 18. Down 18% today.
And I just did a video on it last night. I just did a video on it last night.
That's right. Yep. That's exactly right. So let's do this. Let's quick test these three because these are the ones I was bullish on.
Nope.
Oh, where's the calendar at?
Oh, I got you. You sit there. Sit there. Stop touching.
Yep, I'm not touching.
All right, there you are. You're on your date.
All right, so a quick test these three here. So my bullish positions, I'm up 5.5%.
You tested all of them.
Oh, shoot. Quick test select.
There you go.
Up 2% on my bullish positions. Oil taking a little bit of hit here. The big winner was SOXS. And then if we look at these two here. Now these are up 10%.
I did not expect that.
Now, those two actually did really well.
Wow, very interesting. It's all right.
Yeah, I was short WeWork and short Roblox. I was just double checking with my messages I sent you last week. Yeah, both of them. A lot of momentum between those two.
Yeah, that's a lot of speculation. That's a lot of nail biting. And if that's your deal, if that's in your wheelhouse, go for it. If that's in your wheelhouse, go for it. What was the name of the video you did the divergence on? Do you remember?
Contra ETF.
Contra ETF. Was it part 1 or part 2? Part 1 was the first one.
Part 1. Part 1 was the advanced timing aspect.
That's what it was.
But
David.
if we look at these companies here, let's go back to today.
All right, now hold on.
I mean, we work down 40% in a day.
Okay, there you go.
I mean, these are companies here. If you're going to be in them, you can't just blindly be in either one of these Roblox or WeWork, you know?
It's very interesting.
Yeah, so WeWork's down 18% today. I mean, these are very, technically traded companies. Fundamentally, long-term investments, who knows what would happen with them? Let's be honest.
It is what it is.
All
right.
And then we got the customers picks last week?
Let's go click on this week for the ones this week. No, let's go to last week's first. Let's go see what they did last week.
Customer pick last week. There we go.
Take it back a week. I got it.
And then, I'll let you do it in the mouse.
These were your stocks from last week. Look at that. Y'all are horrible. Here was your stock. CCJ, I'm still good on uranium. Palantir, I own it. BRBR, I don't know nothing about that.
I like uranium, and I was actually thinking about doing maybe a potential video on that next week.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
I was looking at the industry graph, and that or coal, actually.
All right. I think uranium is a good play. It went up about 0.25%. The VIXI that got hit, DraftKings, EMPs, SMCI down 3% over the last week. TDW, a good petroleum trade, down 4.5%. And Tesla, again, I'm short-term short on Tesla, 5.48. All right, that's what your picks last week. So what were your picks? What are your picks this week? I already wrote down LABD. Ravi gave me that. I'm only looking at 10 stocks. So I need 9 more stocks. George, you asking me to look at USO? All right. That's
USO.
That's 2. SQM, 3. Yang, 4. All right, y'all. Burl. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. SE, 6. YPF, 7. ATI, 8. LPG, 9. FNGD, 10. Here's my 10 stocks for you this week. BNKD still, yep. That was in my list. If we go back to Glenn's picks this week, that's in my list. It's one of my 5 that I'm bullish on. So there was my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my last one. Why do I keep missing that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's my 5 stocks. BNKD is one of my stocks that I am. All right. So there it is. All right. Customer picks this week. Ryan, you want to go each? You want to go every other one?
Yeah, let's do every other one this week.
All right. Let's go. You start with. Wow, nice move on YPF. Go ahead. Start with that one.
All right, we got YPF here. We can see definitely I like that it's undervalued, trading at just under $15. We're valuing it over 21. Updated day, up over 5%. So I like the momentum. Fundamentally sound, RVRS, very favorable ratings. In an uptrend right now with that RT. And it's got the buy rating. So I like that position.
Interesting that a lot of these stocks that have buy ratings, I'm going to tell you, even as I go to ATI, I know what industry that is. That is steel. It's another steel stock.
Steel.
I like the play. I do. But keep in mind what's going on in the market. I'm putting that disclaimer out there. All right. You gave some good stocks. Good upside. Undervalued. Good upside. Safety. VST good. CI buy rating. Probably good earnings growth at 36%. Gotta love that. I like the play. But I'm telling you, just be careful. Take LABD.
So this is triple leverage bearish on the biotech, up 6% today. RVRS, it's ETF, so that's why they're at 1s. So really the RT is what comes into play. So this ETF is currently in an uptrend. And just by the way, if you like biotech, doing a video tonight on TTO or TTOO. It is a biotech company. So just throwing that out there if that's a space that you're trying to get into.
All right. LPG. Another undervalued stock, good upside potential, safety is not there. This is more of an aggressive stock. Anytime you got a RV above 1 but a RS below 1, it's aggressive play. RT is below 1 though today. It is down. Hold recommendation. Earnings growth at 29%. I like that it's a hold and letting you know if you're in it, be careful. Again, I'm telling you be careful in all of these. Now, when I look, Ryan's going to do SQM. What is that? Auto fit all columns. SQM. Chemical something or other?
Fertilizer.
Okay, go ahead.
So I like the value on it. We're valued at 120. Right now it's trading just north of half of that at $65. It is slightly up today. RV, very nice long-term price appreciation. Little on the risky side. RS is below 1. However, it is in a downtrend right now. So that is the negative aspect here, giving it the sell rating.
All right, Burlington Storage. That's a retail. That's not a, that also goes into real estate, sort of kind of as well. Way overvalued, not fundamentally sound, in an uptrend. Buy recommendation. This is more of a technical play. Earnings growth, not fundamentally sound at all. Earnings growth at 2%. Did they have positive earnings? 2%. Yeah, they got positive earnings. This is more of a technical play. It is up today. I'd have to go find out what the news is. It is a buy though. But not fun in its buy, and it's got a VST above 1 mainly because of the RT. Something's pushing it higher. There we go.
I like Yang. I don't know if you guys ever played Yin and Yang. Ying's the bullish for China. Yang is the bearish. These are triple leverage ETFs. You see right now it's trading just under $11. The bearish one is up today, just 6%. I like that. The RT is above 1. So the short term right now is currently to the upside. And we do have a buy rating on it right now. So this actually, I really like this play.
Question is, I'm going to do this real quick. Do I have a stop on Bank D? BNKD? I'm more of a 3-8 guy. To go back to that, and we got you in as the stock was on the rise. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the 3-8. Depends on how much money I make on this. If I'm making really good money and the 3 really pulls away from the 8 end of day, I will see if the stock, if on the end of day basis, if the stock price falls below the 3 to get out. All right, we'll see if it falls below the 3 to get out. The further away the 3 pulls away from the 8, the more I'm going to use the 3 on an end of day basis. All right. Let's go back to the viewers. USO oil. Actually, I'll let you talk. I'll take that one too, because I know that you're big time liking oil. Yeah, so talk about it.
Yeah, USO, that's actually in my list as well. I am bullish on oil. Am I surprised that it took a hit over the last week? No. I mean, oil's been up, I think the run now has been like 6-7 weeks now. Oil's been on a run. Yeah. So yeah, I might need a little breathing room. But I'm very bullish on this, the oil sector in general, going into the second half of this year. I think there's certain factors out there, supply factors, demand. There's record demand right now. I was just looking at an article on Reuters. This record demand is really pushing prices higher. The potential for a strong hurricane season that could affect, supply issues here in the United States, pushing up oil even further. So I like it. If we look at it right now, the RT is at 1.12. So it is still in an uptrend. As of right now, we got the hold rating on it. So I like oil right now. And I think if you can add a dividend aspect to oil, it's probably even, a better play.
All right, I'll take the last 2. Fang D, tech stocks going down. Enough said. All right, that's in a nutshell. That's the bearish side of playing the tech stocks. C, C is a part of my X-Row deal. I'm not feeling. I don't know if they got anything going on. C Electric. I don't think if they got anything going on, but it's only up today about 0.3%. Sell recommendation. I'd be careful with that unless X-Row or somebody comes out with some news on it. I'm not feeling, it's way overvalued. I'm not feeling C right now. All right. Can you put us on our last screen, Joey? Look at that. And we were shorter than an hour because I went on a rant. I love that. I love when I go on a rant. I love when I go, but again,
You go on a rant? I don't believe
oh my
it.
gosh. But I think that the questions that were asked about, knowing when to get out of a stock, we got that out there. Knowing when to get into contra ETFs, we got that out there. And the whole idea is as soon as we start teaching you something, watching the people just slowly but surely leave, well, it's their loss. The software speaks for itself. I'm not self-promoting anything at all. I'm showing you what the software has to offer. If you haven't hit the like button already, do. All right, I can't make you do that either. I can bring you to the water, can't make you drink. I can bring you the information, but I can't make you hit the like button. Yeah. All right. Do you think Glenn can go on a rant for a full hour?
Oh yeah. Easily.
Wow.
Don't you have 2 other live streams or you just rant?
No, I don't just rant on all my live streams. I don't. I got a live stream on Monday. I got a live stream. I got a live stream.
Rant stream. I like that one, Joey.
I got a live stream on Thursday, and then I got a live stream on Friday. Does anybody think I rant on all my live streams? Type of 1. Does anybody think that I rant on all of my live streams? Type of 1.
Oh man, we're about to get a bunch of 1s.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that they're gonna throw me under the. Really? No, Joey, stop. Joey can't do it. Joey can't type in 1s. That's all, Joey. You can't do that. That's against. You're gonna get.
Oh, even Boston gave you one.
I'm gonna bring you up on an indictment for that. I'm gonna bring you up on an indictment.
John says he loves the rants.
All right, so that's all right. I signed us off last week. You can sign us off this week. Oh, Joey signed us off last week? You want to sign us off again? All right, Ryan, sign us off for this week.
All right, everybody. Thank you for sticking around. Again, as Glenn said, we try to teach you something here on this channel. Obviously, it's stocks. We try to make it entertaining, but sometimes you got to get into the graph. You got to get into the technicals and some of the more, advanced aspects of really trading and understanding what's going on. And that's what I was trying to do today, to really, teach you, not just show you how to make money in this market. And I think that's really the power behind VectorVest, because other than just, giving you stock recommendations, it really tries to put some tools in your tool belt to make money in this market. And on that note, I'm out.
Adios, peeps.